Well, Bo, you touched on this stuff before, but I'm very curious as we get into this. The Ja Morant situation, I'm sure everybody knows, the 8-game suspension. He did the interview with Jalen Rose from ESPN a couple of days ago. If you're hearing this Monday, he's not playing on Monday, even though he's eligible to come back. Recalled on the return to conditioning plan that the Memphis Grizzlies called it. Bo, my question, just in general, with what we've heard about Ja, it feels like 8 games, not necessarily from a punitive standpoint, but just 8 games in 2 weeks. Does it feel like, because you were one of the people who said, I'm not sure if he's coming back and playing this year. Does it feel like that part of this is being a bit rushed?
Look, man, that dude said he went and learned some breathing exercises, and he got this all under control. What? Like that was my thing as I was sitting there listening. I was like, you got this all figured out in a week? Teach me your ways, right? like whenever people talk about their problems in the terms that they were using to talk about his problems. So basically all you needed was a week off of work. That was it. And you got to the bottom of everything. But did you really get to the bottom of it though? And I asked that because the Grizzlies have now decided they're not going to stay in any city after any road games. And I'm like, what are we doing here? Like this, none of this appears to make sense to me. What are we doing here? So if he's good, I hope that he's good. It just doesn't seem like this something that you fix in the way that they describe fixing it for him. Because, I mean, from what I can tell, the playoffs, pressure. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Pressure. That's what's coming up. Like if the pressure of whatever it was then was doing it to you, it just seemed like a lot to expect all that to change. That's the part that left me confused. I thought they should have made a long play and just been like, yo, go get yourself right. Because the one thing about them is they can't win in the playoffs without him. I don't know how much they can win in the playoffs with him, but I know this. They win in the regular season without him. Like they become a different type of team. But
they're winning now in the regular season without him.
Well, the same thing happened last year, didn't it?
Yeah, they were 18-2 without him. I think they won five out of their last 6 recently.
Yeah, and I don't have an explanation for it. Like I don't watch them closely enough to tell you why they do that. But they could win games in the regular season without him, right? It does feel rushed, but I mean, they know more than I do, right? Like I got to lean back on that. Maybe they know something I don't, because this all sounded a little kooky to me.
Well, it sounds like let's split the baby. Let's figure out a way that we can, get you some help while also get you back to this money, while also looking at a wide open Western Conference and saying, Ja, if you get through this, we can actually play until June. Maybe if you get yourself right. And Bo, I don't feel like that's the case.